Magazines, billboards, and even our baby albums all have one thing in common: pictures. We have all been in that spot where we are trying to capture the moment and it comes out blurry or foggy or it just does not look good. I am here today to educate you on how to capture a clear picture, have just the right amount of lighting, make that picture interesting, and find that perfect angle. While trying to do all these things, I have a few tips of what to watch out for. Your background and focus of your picture. The background should not be too busy as seen in the top left-hand picture. Make sure that you don't have a pole or a building going through your main object. This will carry your viewer's eye right off your picture. You will also want to make sure not to rush. Double check to see that your camera is in focus on the picture as seen in the bottom right-hand picture. You don't need a super fancy camera to do this. One of the big uses of our phones is the camera. Now, not everyone thinks about how dirty their camera lens can get. As you can see in the top left-hand picture, it gets a bit more dirty than someone would expect. For instance, if you have ever taken a picture and it looks kind of foggy, or you see particles on it like the picture on the right, this is most likely the fact that you have to clean your camera lens. According to How to Take a Good Instagram Photo by Mimi Khan, you don't need much. Just wipe it gently on a tissue or even whatever your clothing you're wearing, if you're comfortable with that. Some professional photographers will even use a cloth used to clean glasses. Sometimes you see professional photographers with those big reflectors to alter the lighting. You do not need those to make a picture look beautiful. All you need is to know how to change the angle or move them into the shade. In the picture you see here, it shows a before and after of this process. If you look at the before, you will see a shadow. A viewer will look at your shadow instead of your object. So, simply move the object out of the direct light. This gets rid of the shadow and creates an even light tone across your picture, says professional photographer Bill Eby. After you have found just the right amount of light, you will have to find the correct position for your object. When you open the camera on your phone, or look through your camera lens, you might see a mini grid on top of what you're trying to look at, like you see in the top left-hand picture. This is not here to annoy you or get in your way. It is in fact here to help you. What you will want to do is position your main object or subject in a cross-section of this grid. You can pick any one. This makes it so that the picture will no longer be boring and directly in front of you. It's now off to the side. This is one way to draw a person's eye to your picture. Now, look at the bottom right picture. You will see a triangle drawn on the picture. Before you go and cut a triangle out of paper, just use your imagination. For example, if you look at a butterfly, its wings form a triangle. This will make the viewer's eye go from the tip of the wing to the body, to the bottom corner of the wing, and back to the tip. This traps a person's eye and makes the person want to keep looking at it. However, there is a good trap and a bad trap. For example, since we were born, we have always looked at the same thing. Our perspective never changes. So when you're trying to take a picture, take this into consideration. What I mean by that is, get on the ground, look from the ground up, or get a bird's eye view, something that a person does not see every day. As you see here, these are a few examples of positions you could use. Now that you have taken your professional picture, you might want to develop it. This is when you would capture a picture onto photography paper and put it through a series of chemicals, as seen in the picture below, to make the picture become visible, says Tim Layton and How to Develop Black and White Film. For a recap, Have a clean lens, just the right lighting, use the grid and triangle technique, and get out of the everyday angles. If you follow these 3 simple steps, you are sure to soon become a professional at taking great pictures.